SMNI. Truth that matters.
Good afternoon, Mr. President Marcos. What has been the EU's response to your call to concretize the loss and damage concept in relation to climate financing, and what measures can be done to ensure that major polluters will be made accountable?
Well, it's this very tricky question, and I brought it up simply to illustrate that EU has in fact been at the forefront in the kind of shall we say, compensation for climate change. And however, the issue of damage and loss is still, although it is a big step forward that we all now accept, both developing and developed countries now accept the concept of damage and loss, the actual number is very, very hard to determine. And beyond that, even if we are able to quantify the damage and loss, you say it's $100 million, whatever the number is, what do we do with that number? Who do we go to? Who do we, who pays the bulk of it? However, I sense that there is a willingness for the developed countries to participate and to help in mitigation, to help in adaptation for those countries like the Philippines, most of the countries around ASEAN that are very vulnerable. There is a willingness to help, but how to provide that help is still a question that we cannot definitively answer. That is why a lot of work has to be done, and I have brought it up with the EU, and I've said that this is an important issue, especially for the Philippines and for many, many other countries. But again, it's the work that we have ahead of us to be able to come to some kind of agreement as to what damage and loss actually means, and how will the compensation for that damage and loss be made. And for my part, I think until we are able to determine that, I think we should think of what we can do in the future. And that, I think, has great potential to be put into effect in the short term rather than in the very long term.
Subscribe to SMNI News Channel and turn on the notification bell to keep you up to date. Also visit our official social media accounts and join our community on Viber and Telegram.